Good morning. Today I am making the four video on four questions of the Pearson Edexcel class. Okay, GCE question paper. I will be doing the four questions. In the previous video, I made the four questions. Today, I will be doing the other four questions on that question paper. Okay, now uh, only four questions, otherwise, the video will become a very large video. Okay, let this page open, then I am doing the sums of the I am doing four questions of this Pearson Edexcel. I will be doing the four questions on this question paper. In the previous video, I made the first question, four questions, one to four. Now, today I will be making the other four questions, 5 to 8. Okay. So, the question starts like this. Question number 5. Here it says like this: a curve C has a parametric equation. X value is 2t minus 1 and y value is 4t minus 7 plus 3 upon t. T value is not equals to 0. See here t value is not equals to 0 has been mentioned. Why? Because 3 divided by t is one of the term of y. If t value will be 0, then 3 divided by 0 will be meaningless. So that is the reason why t value is not equals to 0 has been mentioned. Show that the Cartesian equation of the curve C can be written in the form of this: y value is 2x squared plus ax plus b whole divided by x plus 1, where x value is not equals to minus 1. It is because here in the denominator of the y, there is x plus 1. If the x value will be minus 1, then the denominator will become 0 and it will become meaningless. Any number divided by 0 is meaningless. So that is the reason why x value cannot be minus 1, where a and b are integers to be found. Okay, now see, we will be changing the the this the parametric equations to the Cartesian form. See how I will be changing the parametric equation to the Cartesian form. Okay, so we will be eliminating t in both the equations. So here x value is, so 2t minus 1 value is equal to x from the first equation. So we will eliminate t. Okay, so here 2t value becomes x plus 1 minus 1 going to the right side become plus 1. So 2t minus 1 value is equals to x. So 2t value will be x plus 1. So what will be the value of t? So the t value will be x plus 1 whole divided by 2. This is the t value from the first equation. Now this value of t I will put in the second equation, in the equation of y. So now here y is equals to what is given? Y value is equals to 4t minus 7. Here 4t minus 7 plus, okay, 3 upon t. 3 upon t, where, okay, where it has been told to us t value is not equals to 0. So in here, putting, suppose I call this equation as 1 or second, and the previous I call it 1. So from the first equation, I have found the value of t in the form of x, we will substitute. So substituting, okay, the value of t. So substituting t value is equals to x plus 1 upon 2 in equation number second. So what will happen? So this t will be eliminated and we will get a equation in the form of x and y. That is the Cartesian equation. So in the place of t, you will write this value of t, x plus 1 upon 2 in the this equation, second equation. So 4y is equals to 4 times t. In the place of t, you write x plus 1 whole divided by 2 in place of t, minus 7 plus 3 divided by t. So in the denominator 3 upon t. So this will become x plus 1 in the denominator. Okay, I am dividing with t, and this denominator of t will move to the top, multiplied with the numerator. So now you simplify, and that will be the required Cartesian equation. So this becomes, okay, 4 and 2 you divide with 2, common factor. So 4 and 2 we are dividing with 2. Okay. So here 2 divided by 2 is 1. And on the top we get 2. Okay, so this become simplified form 2 times x plus 2 times 1. 2 you will multiply with both the terms within the bracket, and minus 7. And here it becomes 3 times 2, 6 upon x plus 1. Now take the common denominator of all these terms. X plus 1 is the LCM of the denominator, and make that common denominator for all the terms. So x plus 1 is in the bottom. Now here there is the denominator is 1, and 7 also denominator is 1. When there is no denominator, the denominator is 1. So divide this common denominator x plus 1 by the first denominator 1. So the answer is x plus 1. You will multiply the above numerator 2x plus 2 with x plus 1 you will multiply. Okay. And now you divide x plus 1 by the second denominator 1. So the answer is x plus 1. Multiply the numerator minus 7 with x plus 1. Okay. And plus, here you divide the third denominator x plus 1 by x plus 1. The answer is 1. So multiply 6 with 1. Any number multiplied with 1 is the same number. So we get 6. Now you simplify it. So now we are simplifying it. So y value is equals to multiply 2x with both the terms of the second bracket. So 2x times and keep the same denominator, x plus 1. So 2x, or the first term of the first bracket, multiply with x of the second bracket. 2x times x is equal to 2x squared. Then multiply 2x with the second term plus 1. So 2x multiplied with plus 1 is 2x. Now next you multiply the second term of the first bracket with both the terms of the second bracket. Okay, 1 by 1. So plus 2 multiplied with x is 2x, and plus 2 multiplied with 1 is plus 2. Okay, now you multiply minus 7 with the bracket, both the terms within the bracket. So minus 7 times x is minus 7x, and minus 7 times plus 1 is minus 7, and plus 6. Now you simplify, add up the like terms. Okay, so here there is a single terms having the x square. So write it x square on the top, and write here the denominator x plus 1. So there is a single term x squared. I have copied it down. Now there are three terms with x. So 2x and plus 2x you add. So 2x plus 2x is 4x, and minus 7x you copy it down. And there are, okay, three terms without x, constant term. First you add two plus terms. Plus 2 and plus 6 is plus 8, and minus 7 you write. Okay, now you simplify it further. So y value becomes equal to 2x squared plus 4x and minus 7x you add. Negative, the term with the negative sign has a larger coefficient. 7 is bigger than 4. So we will write the sign of the term with the larger coefficient. Minus sign you will put, and from 7 you subtract 4. The 3 is the answer, and copy the x. Okay, so it is minus 3x and plus 8 minus 7. Bigger number is positive. Put the positive sign and subtract. From 8 you subtract 7. You get 1. So that is the parametric equations has been changed to the Cartesian form. Okay, so now what was told to us in the question? We were told in the question that the Cartesian form of the equation will be of this type: x squared 2x squared plus ax plus b, where a and b has to be found out. Okay, now this is the same type of, okay, equation: 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. So comparing it, we were told that the Cartesian form of the equation will be of this type: y value is equal to 2x squared plus ax, 2x squared plus ax and plus b, and plus b upon x plus 1, plus b upon x plus 1. Now you see, compare these both equations. So the coefficient of the like terms will be equal in both the, okay, expressions of y. So here it is same type of equation. Here a value is minus 3, and the b value is here the term 3 from x in the numerator, which is 1. And a is the coefficient of x in the above numerator, that is in the numerator. So here it is a, and in the when we have changed, we have got the coefficient of x term is minus 3. So a value will be minus 3 and b value will be 1. So it is proved. Okay, that thing was asked in the question. We have showed it. Now we are moving to the next question, number 6. So the question reads like this: a company plans to extract oil from an oil field. There's a one company which is planning to take out oil from some oil field. The daily volume of the oil V. So the daily volume of the oil which is taken out from the field, oil well, okay, is denoted by the capital letter V, measured in barrels, and V is in barrels, that the company will extract from this oil field depends upon the time T years after the start of drilling. So the daily volume of the oil, which is denoted by V barrels, okay, that daily volume of the oil will be depend on the T years after the start of drilling. Okay, from the date of drilling, the daily volume of the oil which will be drilling out, that is denoted by V, will be depending on the T years after the start of drilling. The company decides to use a model to estimate the daily volume of oil that will be extracted. The model includes the following assumption. Okay, now there are two models which the company, okay, is deciding to use of extracting the oil from the well. Okay, the and there are few assumptions on these two models. So the first assumption is the initial volume of the oil extracted from the oil field will be 16,000 barrels. That means the starting, that is the initial daily volume. That means when the field will be, from the field, oil field, the oil is being started, taken out. From that day, this means the starting day, initial daily volume. So in the starting, the daily volume of the oil which will be taken out from the well will be 16,000 barrels in the starting. Daily volume of oil will be 16,000 in the starting. The daily volume of the oil that will be extracted exactly 4 years after the start of drilling will be 9,000 barrels. So the daily volume of the oil which will be taken out from the well after 4 years of the starting will be 9,000 barrels. That means after 4 years, the daily volume of the oil which will be taken out from the well will be 9,000 barrels after 4 years of starting of the well. The daily volume of oil extracted will decrease over time. So these are the three assumptions. And the daily volume of oil which will be taken out from the well will decrease with time. So there are three assumptions. First, the starting daily volume will be 16,000 barrels when the well will start, or will be started, taken from the well, the oil is being started, taken out. Daily volume of oil will be 16,000 barrels. After 4 years, the daily drilling will be 9,000 barrels will be taken out after 4 years. And the oil extracted decreases over time. Okay, now these are the two graphs. Okay, model 1 and model A and model B. So it is shown here. Starting when the time, see on the x axis, time is denoted by T. On the y axis, the volume is denoted V. So in the model A, when the time is 0, at that time, 16,000 barrels of oil has been drawn per day, every day, daily. And after 4 years, the daily taken out of oil is 9,000 barrels. Okay, this is the point. Okay, the x coordinate we write first. So x coordinate will be the time, and the y coordinate will be the amount of oil that will be taken out per day. So 4 is the x coordinate, 9,000 is the y coordinate. And here in the starting, x coordinate is 0, that is time is 0, and y coordinate is 16,000, that is daily volume drilling. And in the second model, you see, first model is the, okay, straight line, that is linear graph. This is the linear graph. And in the second model, it is a exponential graph. This is exponential graph. Okay, these are the two models which are being, okay, made by the company. So starting time is 0. The amount of oil drilled per day is 16,000. So this is the one coordinate of the graph. 0, 16,000. X coordinate is 0 and the y coordinate is 16,000. Next coordinate on this graph is 4, 9,000. That is x coordinate is 4 times 4 years. And the 9,000 is the amount of oil taken out per day. That is the y coordinate. So we have to answer these questions. First A part. Number one, A is there are two parts of A. The first part of A, use model A to estimate the daily volume of oil that will be extracted exactly 3 years after the start of drilling. So in the question number 1 of A part, it is asking, what is the, use the model A, use the first model A and find out how much oil will be taken out per day after 3 years of starting the drilling. And the second part of A, and write down a limitation of using model A. What is the limitation of using the model A? You have to tell the answer. Now B part, the first, B is also, there are two parts. The first part of B, using an exponential model. That means model B is an exponential model. Use that model and the information given in the question. And with the information, okay, what is given in the question, find a possible equation of the model B. You have to write the equation for the model B, and using your answer to be first part, and using this what you make the equation of, okay, drilling, okay, how much is the daily drilling of the oil, okay, from that equation of model B. Estimate the daily volume of oil that will be extracted exactly 3 years after the start of drilling. And using that equation, which you will make in the part 1 of B, the equation, use using an exponential model information given in the question, find a possible equation. So find the equation, okay, which is obeyed by that graph, and using that equation you find out how much daily oil will be drilled from the well after 3 years of starting the drilling. Okay, now we are doing the sum. Okay, now first I am starting with A. Okay, there are two questions asked, A and B. In each A and B, there are two parts. So, first part I am doing. Okay, what is the first part is asking? Find out how much oil will be drilled after 3 years of drilling using the model A. Now, see here, model A is a linear graph, it is a straight line graph. So, we will find the equation of this straight line graph. And see, there are two coordinates, there are 2 points given on this graph. Okay, on this linear graph, there are 2 points given. Okay, whose coordinates are given? X coordinate, first point is x coordinate 0, y coordinate 16,000. And the second point coordinate, x coordinate is 4, y coordinate is 9,000. So, whenever you know the coordinate of 2 points on the linear graph, you can find out the equation of that graph by this formula I am writing here. See here. So the 2 points on the model A linear graph. So the 2 points. So the 2 points lying on the linear graph, okay, linear graph, okay, linear graph of model A, of model A, okay, linear graph of model A, okay, here linear graph, LINER, okay, spelling is LINER. So the 2 points lying on these 2 points on this, suppose I call these 2 points first by the letter P and the second by the letter Q. So the first point on this graph is P point. The x coordinate is 0, y coordinate is 16,000. And the second point I have denoted by Q. The x coordinate is 4 and the y coordinate is 9,000. So it is 2 points are given on this linear graph. X coordinate 0, y coordinate 16,000. Okay, 16,000. And second Q, x coordinate 4, y coordinate 9,000. Now, when you get 2 points on the linear graph, the equation of this graph is this. So, equation of linear graph, okay, linear graph of model A, of model A. Now, this is the formula for finding the equation when 2 points are given on the graph. Y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1. Value is equals to x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1, where x1 and y1 are the coordinates of the 2 points. X1, y1 and x2, y2 are the coordinates of the 2 points. Suppose I call the p coordinate as x1, y1 and the second q coordinate as x2, y2. Okay. Now put these values of x1, y1, x2, y2 In this equation, you will get the equation of the linear graph of model A. So this is y minus y1. Y1 is 16,000. So it is minus 16,000 divided by y2. Y2 value is 9,000. Okay. 9,000 minus y1. Y1 is 16,000 is equal to x minus x1. X1 value is 0 divided by x2. X2 value is 4. And the x1 value is 0. Now you simplify and find out the equation of the model number A graph. So this is y minus 16,000. Okay, whole divided by 9,000 minus 16,000 gives us minus 7,000. Value is equals to x minus 0 is x. From any number we subtract 0, we get back the same number upon 4. 4 minus 0 is 4. Now divide, okay, this 7,000 I am taking to the, okay, left side, right side, sorry. So this become y minus 16,000. And this minus 7,000 I am taking to the right. So this will become minus 7,000 times x whole divided by 4. Now divide 7,000 by 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. This becomes 1. Carry is 3. Okay, remainder is 3, 30. 30 divided by 4 is 7, 28. Remainder is 2. It goes towards second 0. Okay, 20 divided by 4 is 5. And here it is 0. Let us check whether I have done the division right or not. I am checking it. Okay, 1 second. So this is 7,000. Okay, 7,000 divided by 4. It is 1,750. Okay, that is right. So this becomes equals to minus 1,750x. Okay, now bring this term minus onto the right side. So, or left side, sorry. So y minus term coming to the left side become plus. So 1,750x minus 16,000 is equals to 0. That is the, okay, here the equation of, so x denotes what? X denotes here the time actually. X is here time actually. X is equals to time in years. Okay. And the y actually denotes the volume of oil. Volume of oil, that is V. Okay. So you may, okay, write here if you want. In place of y, you may put V. And in place of x, you may put T. Okay, minus and minus 16,000, I am moving to the right. So that is become plus 16,000. Okay, now that is the equation which is followed by the graph model A. Okay, now what is asked? Find out, estimate the daily volume. So after 3 years, so this is the equation we have made. Okay, of model A. Okay, now every point on that graph obeys the equation. Now, in this equation, I call this equation suppose number 1. So we are asked how much oil will be extracted after 3 years. So T denotes the time. In this equation, you write the value of T3. So putting T value equals to 3 in equation number 1, we will get the value of V. Okay, I am putting here V plus, in place of T, we are writing 3. 1,750 times 3. Value is equals to 16,000. Now you solve this equation, you will get the value of V that is asked. So multiply 1,750 with 3. That will, you will get 1,750 multiplied with 3. You will get this number, 5,250. Value is equals to 16,000. Okay. So what will be the value of V? So the value of V, now move this 5,200 onto the right side. So this will become 16,000 minus 5,250 and subtract. That is the volume of oil extracted after 3 years of starting the well. So this is 16,000 minus 5,250. You get 10,750. So that is the answer of the first part. So volume of oil. So volume of oil extracted. Okay, extracted after 3 years. After 3 years of start. After 3 years of start, how much oil is drilled per day? It is so many barrels. 10,750 barrels. Okay, barrels. 1 second. BARR. Okay, 1 second. Let us write the okay this spelling correctly. Barrels. Okay, so many barrels per day will be uh, uh, will be taken out from the well. So that is the answer of first part. Now the second part of A, what is asking? Write down the limitation. Now see here. Limitation is here. You watch. See here. This graph, linear graph, is here crossing the x-axis, that is the t-axis, time axis, at this point. That means the suppose this point we call M. Okay, so the M is the point where the linear graph is cutting the t-axis. That means at this point, t point, the the x coordinate is some number, but the v value will be zero. V coordinate, the y coordinate will be zero. Every point which lies on the x-axis, the y coordinate is zero. So at the point M, see here, what we will have, there will be some x coordinate, which I am calling by T1. Okay, and the y coordinate will be zero. So here, okay, at some time, there will be the no oil will be drilled. Okay, but that is not actually the actual thing will be happening, because even after some years of, okay, there will be some oil will be drilled out. Okay, now see here, after how many years, the according to this equation, the v is becoming zero, the volume of the oil drilled per day is becoming zero. Okay, let us find out that. Okay, now in this equation, okay, equation number one, put the value of v zero and find out after how many years the no oil will be drilled out. Okay, putting v equals to zero. Now I am doing the second part of A, limitation. We are discussing a limitation. Putting v value zero in equation number one. Okay, in the place of v you write zero. So we get. So what we get, in the place of v you write zero. Okay, so I am right. We are writing in place of v zero. So 0 plus what? Here it is 1750 times t. So 1750 times t value is equals to here 16,000. Value is equals to 16,000. Okay, now solve this equation and get the value of t. So 0 added with any number, we get the same number back. 1750 times t value is equals to 16,000. So what will be the value of t? So the t value will become 16,000 whole divided by 1750. Now divide here and find out the answer. So we are dividing this 16,000 by 16,000. Okay, with 1750. So this comes to, rounded up to the second place, is 9.14. Okay, 9.14 is coming. Okay, so that is the here number. So see, after t 9.14, that means after t years, see here. So after 10 years, suppose we put here, put in. So putting t value 10 in equation number 1. Okay, we get. So what we get? If I put the value of equals to 10 in equation number 1, what we get? So we get this thing. See here. So we get here, okay, V, okay, now find out the V, the how much oil will be drilled per day. Okay, in this equation, I am putting the value of T 10. Okay, so equation number 1 is this V plus 1750 times T. Value is equals to 16,000. Okay, 1750 times T is equals to 16,000. Okay, that is the equation number 1. Now, in this equation number 1, in place of T, you write 10. And let us see what is the value of V I am getting. 1750 times T, T value is 10, is equals to 16,000. So, here you solve this equation. V plus 1750 times 0, okay, multiply it, just add a 1 0 at the end. 1750 you copy down and add a 0 at the end is equals to 16,000. So what is the value of V we are getting from here? So the V value become 16,000 minus 17,500. So what is the value of V we are getting? So here the negative number will come. 0, 0, okay, 5 minus 0 is 5, and 7 minus 6 is 1. Negative 1,500. So after 10 years, you will be drilling negative number of barrels of oil, which is not possible. Okay, because it is impossible. So V value is minus 1,500 barrels per day. This will be the amount of oil drilled after 10 years. Okay, we will be this many oils by negative, which is impossible, which is not possible. Not possible because the V value has to be always greater than 0. Okay, not less than 0. So that is the limitation. Okay, I hope you must have understood. So the limitation of model 1A is that after 10 years, we will be getting a negative quantity of barrels of oil coming out from the well per day, which is not possible actually. So this is the limitation, because the amount of oil drilled per day has to be a positive number, not negative number. So now we are moving to the B part. Now, in the B part, what is saying? First part of B, using an exponential model. Okay, using an exponential model and information given in the question, find a possible equation for the model B. So, in the for the model V, which is the exponential, okay, equation will be there. So, you will find out the equation, exponential equation of model B. So let the I am doing now B part. B first part. In the first part, it is asking what is the equation followed by the model B. Okay, let the exponential equation. Let the exponential equation. Let the exponential equation of model B. B. Now, exponential equation is like this. See here. V value is equals to, okay, V multiply with a certain constant, then E to the power of some other, okay, K times T. K multiplied with T. T is the number of years, and V is the number of oils. Okay, barrels, number of barrels. B is number of barrels of oil. Barrels of oil drilled per day, and T is the number of years. Okay, this is the exponential form of the equation of the graph. Now we have, see here there are two arbitrary constant a and k, whose values we have to find out and substitute in this equation. Okay, now first we are, what we are given, we are given two coordinates. Okay, now here the two coordinates are given in this equation or in this graph. In this graph, we are given two coordinates on this graph. So first coordinate is x coordinate is 0, y coordinate is 16,000. And let us call the second point B. Okay, oh sorry, Q. Let us call the second point by the letter Q. In this coordinate, in this point, okay, Q point, the x coordinate is 4 and the y coordinate is 9,000. That is value, x coordinate means the value of t and y coordinate means the value of v. So put these, okay, coordinates, the values of these points, okay, in the equation. So the 2 points, every point which lies on the graph obeys the equation of that graph. So there are 2 points which are lying on the graph, we are told. First point is x coordinate 0, y coordinate is 16,000. And the second point, x coordinate is 4 and the y coordinate is 9,000. These 2 points must obey this equation of the graph. Okay, this is here 0, 16,000, 4, 9,000. Okay, 0, 16,000, 4, 9,000. So this must obey this equation. Okay, I am calling this equation as 1. Okay, there are two arbitrary constants, a and k. So those two arbitrary constant values we have to find out and put in this equation. Now for finding two unknown, you want two equations. As many unknowns you want to find out, so many equations you will be have to have. Okay, now these two equations we can get by putting these coordinates of P and Q in this equation, and you will get the values of these two unknowns. Okay, first we are putting here, first putting, okay, T value 0 and the V value 16,000 in equation number 1. In equation number 1. So what we get? So in the place of V, you write 16,000. Okay, is equals to, in we have to find the values of A and T. Oh, sorry, A and K. So A I have written multiplied with E to the power of K. K value we have to find out. K times T. T value is 0. Okay, so initial drilling, initial when the T is 0. So what we get? A multiplied with e to the power of k times 0. Any number multiplied with 0 is 0. And any number to the power of 0 value is 1. So e to the power of 0 value is 1. Okay. So we get here a times e to the power 0 value is 1. And a multiplied with 1 is a. So we get the value of a 16,000. So that is the first unknown value we have found out. Now the second unknown value you have to find out is k, and now we will put this, okay, values of q coordinate, t value 4 and v value 9,000 in equation number 1. So putting, okay, t value 4 and the v value 9,000 in equation number 1. Okay, we get, so we will get the second value of k. Okay, now see here, what is the equation number? It is v is equals to a times e to the power of kt. So a value we already have found out, and in place of v we are writing 9,000 is equals to a value I have already got it, 16,000. Okay, times e to the power of k. K value we don't know, we have to find out. K times t. T value is here 4. Okay, now we will solve this equation and get the value of k. So now what we are getting here, so here it becomes equal to right hand side. I am writing in the simpler form 16,000 times e to the power of 4k. Okay. So what we get here? So we get here like this e to the power of 4k value, this 16,000. I am taking it to the right side or left side, sorry. This 16,000. Now this number, when it will, okay, 1 second. My pen is not writing. Let me, okay, uh, refresh it. Otherwise, my pen has stopped writing. 1 second. While it is refreshing, okay, it has to be refreshed. Otherwise, I can't write. My pen is not, okay, working. So let it refresh and then we will continue. Okay, 1 second. Now I am continuing. Okay. Now you please watch. Okay. Now what happens? This. Okay. Now here I have to find the value of k. So here this 16,000 I am moving it to the right. So it becomes 9,000 whole divided by 16,000. Okay. Now you divide here. Three zeros I have cut. So this becomes 9 upon 16. Okay. So you take here log of both the sides. So we get log e to the power of 4k value is equals to log of 9 upon 16. Okay. Log of 9 upon 16. So this become power 4k will be written in the front. 4k times log e. Okay. Value is equals to log 9 upon 16. Okay. So now you find out the value of this. Okay. Now log e value we know is 1. So 4k times 1 is equals to log 9 minus log 16. Okay. Or you may divide 9 by 16. Okay. You divide it. Okay. So 9 upon 16 value is what? Okay. I have to again refresh it. Okay. Again refresh it. Again my pen is not working. Okay. 1 second. Okay. 1 second. Let it refresh, then we will continue. Okay. 1 second. Okay. And okay, now it is getting refreshed. Okay, it is getting refreshed. Okay, now you please watch. So what we get here? Okay, now here the value of k we have to find out. Okay, so I am using the log. Okay, log 9 upon 16. So that is log 9 upon 60. So 4k times 1 value is 4k. Now that is log 9 upon 60. So divide 9 with 16. Okay. 9 divided by 16 comes to 0.5625. Now here you write the value of this log. Okay. By looking at the log table. So log 0.5625 value is what? So before the decimal point there is no integer, means 0. So it will be bar 1. Now you see 5625 mantissa in the logarithm. 5625. Okay. So this comes to 5625 7497 and 5. Okay, that is 4. Add up. So this become 7 4. Okay, this become like this here. Okay, 562 is given. Okay, 749 mantissa. That means after the decimal point 7497, and in the proportional, okay, difference 5, that is 4. Add it up. So this becomes 0 0. Okay, oh sorry, 7 plus 4 11, carry 1 0, and 5 and this becomes 7. So this becomes 7501. Okay, bar 1. Okay, so this become bar 1.7501. Okay, now you find out the, see, bar 1 means minus 1. So this is actually 4k value is equals to minus 1 plus 0.7501. Mantissa is always positive, and the uh, Mantissa and the characteristic may be negative or positive. Here, characteristic is minus 1. So from 1 you here minus 1. Okay, this is, you find out the value, point 0.7, okay, 0.7501 minus 1. Okay, so this comes to minus 0.0.2499. Okay, so what is the value of k? So the k value becomes here minus 0.24, okay, double nine divided by 4. So the k value comes to, divide here. Okay, so I am dividing here. Okay, so this becomes, okay, here is equals to this 2499 divided with 4. So this comes to 0.62 and rounded up. This become 5. Okay, 0, sorry. 0.0, this k value becomes 0.0625 rounded up to the fourth place. So that is the equation. So the required equation is here. So the required equation is this. Okay. So it is required equation V is equals to A. A value is 16,000. Okay, times e to the power of kt. K value is here negative, sorry, negative. Okay, this is negative number, minus 0.0625. Okay, times, okay, this, okay, 3, okay, 3. Oh, sorry, t. Or you may write it like this. Otherwise, you should have written just here log, or you should have written just this log of this value. K value is equals to, okay, here, okay, otherwise see how you understand. We are writing in log. Okay, I am not writing in this form. Okay, we are just writing the k value in the form of log. Okay, let us rub this all. Okay, let us rub this all. Okay, so here k value comes to, okay, this, or you write the k value just in the form of log. Okay, here the k value is here what, 4k. See here, 4 k value is log 9 upon 60. So the k value is 1/4 of log 9 upon 60. So that is the value of k. So put it, okay, this, okay, instead of writing here like this, you just write like this form. Okay, or you just write it in this form. Okay, that is log. Okay, let us refresh it again. Oh, okay, I am doing it. Okay, so this become, okay, 1/4 of log 9 upon 60. Okay, times t, times t. So that is the equation of this v. I hope you have understood. Now the second part we are doing. Okay, now second part is asking, okay, find out what is asked in the second part. In the second part, it is asking, use your answer to, or by using that equation which you have made in the first equation. Okay, find out the value of this. How much oil is extracted after 3 years? So in this equation, okay, we will put the value of t in this equation. Okay, here I am calling this second equation. Okay, So putting t value is equals to 3 in equation number third or second. So what we get here? So okay, we have to refresh again. Sorry, my pen has stopped writing. Okay, so let it refresh. Okay, then we will be able to write. Okay, 1 second. Let it refresh. Okay, then we will continue writing. Otherwise, my pen has stopped writing. 1 second. Okay, it is refreshing. Okay, 1 second. Then we will be continuing. Okay, it has refreshed. Okay, now you please watch. Okay, I am now continuing. Okay, now this is in the place of this. P put the value of T3 in the equation number 2. So what we get here, we get V value is equals to 16,000 times e to the power of 1 upon 4 log 9 upon 16. 9 upon 16 times 3. Okay, now I am showing this value of this. Okay, now this becomes, okay, 16,000 times e to the power of this 3 will come to 3 times 1 4, that is 3 4 log 9 upon 16. Okay, now let us find the value of this. Okay, 3 upon 4 log 9 upon 16 we are finding here. Okay, now see here. So this become 3 upon 4 becomes the power of 9 upon 6. So this become log 9 upon 16 whole to the power of 3 upon 4. Now 9 upon 16 value is what? 9 upon 16 we can write it as 9 upon 16 can be written as 3 upon 4 whole square. Okay, 3 upon 4 whole square and whole to the power of 3 upon 4. So this and this gets cut out. Okay, here it is, and here we get the denominator 2. Okay, log, and this is log. Okay, so this become log. Okay, and this become, okay, 3 upon 4. 4 I am writing 2 squared whole to the power of 3 upon 4. Oh, sorry, 3 upon 2. 3 upon 2. So this becomes, okay, what? Here it becomes like this here. So I am finding the value of this. Okay, so this become log, okay, uh, 3 to the power of 3 by 2 whole upon 2 to the power of 2 times 3 by 2. Okay, this power will be multiplied with the powers of 3 and 2. So this 2 cuts out. So this become log. Uh, Denominator is 2, which is square root. Square root of 3 cube divided by 2 cube. Okay, so that becomes, V value become 16,000. Okay, 16,000. Okay, e to the power of 16,000. Okay, 16,000 e to the power of log square root of 3 cube divided by 2 cube. And e to the power of log any quantity is that quantity. So we know e to the power of log any quantity, log a, is equals to a. So e to the power of log this will be this number only. So it will become 16,000 times cube root of 27. Okay, that is 3 root 3. Cube root of 20, square root of 27. That is 3 root this. And 2 to the power 3 means 8. Divide here, it becomes 200, 2000. Now 2000 times 3 root 3. Now you find out the value of this. So 2000 times 3 is 6000. 6000 times root 3. So root 3 value is 1.732. 1.732, multiply these two numbers. So 6,000. Okay, now this is 6,000. Okay, times 1.732. 1.732. That gives us 10,392. So many barrels of oil will be drilled out per day. So many oils per day. So I hope you have understood. I hope you must have understood. Okay. Now we are moving to the question number 7. Now what do the question number 7 says? Figure 2, this is the figure triangle AB and this point is C. Okay. Now this is the triangle given in the question. Okay. Figure 2 shows a sketch of the triangle ABC. There is a one triangle sketch given. Okay. Now there is a one triangle sketch is given. ABC is the corner points. Given that the AB is represented, the side AB is represented by the vector 2i plus 3j plus k, and BC vector is denoted by this. AB is denoted by the vector 2i plus 3j plus k, and BC is denoted by the vector I minus 9j plus 3k. Show that angle BAC, that means this angle BAC value is 105.9 degree to 1 decimal point. Okay, now you see this AB is denoted by this vector 2i plus 3j plus k, and BC is denoted by the vector I minus 9j plus 3k. So what will be the vector B A to C? So the vector A to C will be here, okay, is the sum of these two sides, these two vectors, because we know in the formula of the triangular law of addition of the vectors, if the vector this vector is denoted by A, and this vector this side, if this side is denoted by A and this side by B, then this is the suppose initial point and this is the terminating point. So the vector from initial point to terminating point is the sum of the A plus B vector. Okay, A plus B vector, this is the law of addition, triangle law of addition of the two vectors. Okay, so the vector, so the side AC will be representing the sum of these two vectors, that is the vector AB plus the vector BC. Okay, so that will be the AC will be denoting, so AC will be equal to the vector AB plus vector BC. So vector AB is 2i plus 3j plus k, and plus vector BC, which is IE minus 9j and plus 3k. Okay, add it up. So that is the vector AC. So 2i plus IE is 3i, and plus 3j minus 9j is minus 6j, and plus k and plus 3k is plus 4k. Okay, that is the vector AC. That means the AC is represented by this 3i minus 6j and plus 4k. Okay, so here now we have to find the value of the angle A. Now you do the dot product of these two vectors. Okay, so what is the dot product of vector? Now suppose I call the vector AB by alpha and vector AC by beta. Okay, so vector A alpha and vector beta. Now what is the dot product of vector alpha and beta? So vector alpha dot product with vector beta is this. Okay, so this is the magnitude of alpha. So magnitude of alpha multiplied with magnitude of beta times the angle between them. So the angle between the alpha and beta is what? Angle BAC. Suppose this I call theta. Okay, angle BAC I am calling by theta. Which angle we have to find out? Okay, angle BAC we have to find out, and let angle BAC I am calling theta. Okay, so it will be cos theta. So this is the formula of the dot product of two vectors. Okay. So what will be the value of cos theta? So from here we get the value of cos theta is alpha dot beta divided by magnitude of vector alpha multiplied with magnitude of vector beta. Now alpha and beta you do the dot product. Okay. Now this is alpha. Okay. Alpha is 2i plus 3j. Okay. 2i plus 3j and plus what? 2i plus 3j plus k. Okay. K dot product with the beta. Beta is the vector representing side AC. 3i minus j. It is 3i minus what? Minus 6j. Minus 6j plus 4k. Minus 6j and plus 4k whole divided by the magnitude of A. Magnitude of A means you will write the square root and square the coefficient of I, j and k of alpha. So this coefficient of I of alpha is 2, square it, 4. Square root of j coefficient. So j coefficient is 3, square it. So 3 square is 9. And the coefficient of k, square it. So coefficient of k is 1, square it. So it is 1 times. And the magnitude of this vector, which is square root of the square of I coefficient, 3 it square is 9. Then square the j coefficient minus 6, square it 36. And square the coefficient of k, okay, 4. 4 square is 60. Now find it. So this cos theta value is equals to multiply the coefficient of I on the top. So we do the dot product like this. Okay, the coefficient of I in alpha and beta, you multiply 2 with 3, which is 6. Then multiply the coefficient of j in both alpha and beta. 3 multiplied with minus 6 is minus 18. And then you multiply the coefficient of k on both alpha and beta. Coefficient of k is 1 and beta coefficient is plus 4. So 1 times 4 is plus 4 whole divided by square root of this. This become 14, square root of 14, and this becomes square root of add up. So 36, 9 plus 16, 25, which is 61. So square root of 61. Now you simplify it. 6 plus 4, 10. 10 minus 18 is minus 8. And find out the square root of, so this become square root of 14 times 61. So this become minus 8 whole divided by, you find out the value of this. Okay. So you multiply here. So here it becomes square root of 14 multiplied with 61. It becomes square root of what? This become square root of here, okay, 854. Now find out the value of this. Okay, so this become cos theta. Value is minus 8 whole divided by square root of 854. You write the value. So that comes to 850, 854 square root value is 29.22. Correct to the second place. Now you divide here. Minus 8 you divide with 29.22. Okay. 8 divided by 29.22. Okay. So this comes to here 0 point minus sign 0.27 and 38 rounded up to the fourth place of decimal. Now this is the cos theta value. Now find out the from the, okay, tables. The this value is the cos of which angle from the tables we are finding out. Okay, I am using the table now. Okay, now you will use the table and check the cos. This value 2738 is the cos of which angle? Okay, 27. Okay, 2 7, okay, 2 7 and 3 8, 2 7 3 8. So this become 20 74 degree. This is equals to minus cos 74 degree, and 6, and this become, okay, 7 minute. So this becomes 6. From the table you can see the cos of which angle, okay, value is 2738. From the tables you will see it. So this is the cos of this angle. So this 74, okay, 74, and you change 7 minute to degree. This is 7 upon 60 degree. So this become 7 upon 60 becomes how much? So this become, okay, 74 point, okay, 1 to rounded up to the second place. So this, or rounded up in the first place, it is 1 only. So rounded up to the first place, 74.11. So cos theta value is minus cos of 74.1 degree. Okay. Now this we know. Now this cos 180 minus us some angle. Okay. Minus of some angle gives us the same angle. So this is 74.1 degree. Okay, 180, because we know this formula. Cos of 180 minus theta value is, because this 180 minus theta is in the second quadrant, and in the second quadrant the cos is negative, and if there is 180 here, cos remains cos. So this is cos theta minus. Okay, so cos of minus cos of 74 degrees 7 minute, which is minus of cos 74.1 degree. So this can be equals to cos 180 minus 74.1 degree. Now you subtract here. So this become cos theta is equals to, from 180. From 180 you subtract 74.1, which comes to cos of 105.9 degree. So cos theta value is cos of this many degrees. So theta value is 105.9 degree. So it is proved. So this thing was asked to prove. That is the angle between, or you may write, we have showed here that this angle BAC value is 105.9 degree in rounded up to one decimal place. So theta we have denoted, BAC angle is denoted by theta. So the angle BAC value is, therefore angle BAC value is equals to 105.9 degree. It is proved. So that thing was asked to show. We have showed it. Now we are moving to the last question of today's class. Okay. Now number 8 I am doing. Okay. This is the last question. Okay. Now you see A part. Prove that tan theta plus cot theta value is equals to 2 cosec 2 theta, where theta value is not equals to n pi by 2. Okay, now n is the integer. So if the n value are integers, so for pi by 2 we know tan theta is infinite, not defined. And for cos, and for pi value cot theta is infinite. So when the n value is odd, then tan theta will be infinite. Okay, it is undefined. And when the this theta value is the even multiple of pi upon 2, okay, even multiple of pi upon 2, or the multiple of pi, then cot theta will be undefined. So that theta value cannot be this n pi by 2, where n is the element of integer. We have to show it. So I am doing the first part. Okay, now we have to show what to show in the A part. We have to show this thing. So in the A part, it is asked to show tan theta plus cot theta So tan theta, okay, plus cot theta value is equal to 2 cosec theta, 2 cosec 2 theta, 2 cosec 2 theta, where theta value is not equals to n pi by 2, where n is the element of some integer. Okay, so that is asked to us to prove. Now see, we are starting from the LHS. So LHS, okay. Now LHS is given what? Tan theta plus cot theta. So write tan theta as sin theta divided by cos theta, and cot theta you write as cos theta divided by sin theta. Now take the LCM of the two denominators. So this becomes sin theta times cos theta, the denominator LCM. Okay, now divide this common denominator, sin theta cos theta, by the first denominator cos theta. So sin theta cos theta divided by cos theta, we get sin theta. Multiply sin theta with sin theta. It becomes sin squared theta, and plus sign is there, put plus sign. Then again you divide the common denominator sin theta cos theta by the second denominator sin theta. You get cos theta. So multiply cos theta with cos theta. This becomes cos squared theta. So sin squared theta plus cos squared theta value is 1, whole divided by sin theta times cos theta. So now you multiply numerator and denominator by 2. So 1 multiplied with 2, and denominator also we are multiplying with 2. Okay. So what we get? So 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 sin theta cos theta value we know is equals to sin 2 theta. So when we write sin 2 theta reciprocal, so this become 2 cosec 2 theta. Okay, 2 cosec, the reciprocal of sin 2 theta is cosec 2 theta. Okay, so this was asked to prove. We have showed it, that tan theta plus cot theta value is equals to 2 cosec 2 theta. We have 2 cosec, oh sorry, this is cosec, sorry, not cos, cosec, 2 cosec 2 theta. Okay, so we have showed it. So 2 cosec 2 theta, we have showed it. Okay, so it is proved. Okay, so this part is proved in the A part. Now we are doing the B part. Okay, now the last question of today's video. Okay, now here it is saying, explain why this tan theta plus cot theta value is 1. Okay, this equation tan theta plus cot theta value is 1 does not have any real solution. Do not have any real solution for theta. That means there is no such angle theta, okay, which will have, okay, satisfy this equation. Tan theta plus cot theta value is 1. There is no such value of theta which will be satisfying this equation. For any real value of theta, there is no such value of theta. Okay, now see. So now we have already showed it. Here tan theta plus cot theta value is what? We have already showed it. It is 2 cosec theta. So tan theta plus cot theta value is 1. We have to show there is no such angle theta which satisfies this equation. Okay, now we have already showed it. Tan theta plus cot theta value is 2 cosec theta. So I am using here that tan theta plus cot theta value is 2 cosec theta value is 1. Okay, now because we have already showed it, because we have showed in A part, tan theta plus cot theta value is equals to 2 cosec 2 theta. We have already showed it, so I have substituted its value. In place of tan theta plus cot theta, I have written it as tan theta plus cot theta 2 cosec theta. Okay, now 2 cosec theta means 2 upon sin 2 theta. Oh sorry, 2 theta, sorry. It is 2 cosec 2 theta. So it is 2 divided by sin 2 theta value is 1. Okay, now cross multiply. Sine 2 theta I am taking to the right side. So sine 2 theta times 1 is sine 2 theta. Value is equals to 2. Okay. Now we know the sine theta value. Now, whatever may be the angle, okay, sine 2 theta value always lies between plus 1 and minus 1. But here, sine 2 theta, if this equation is given, tan theta plus cot theta value is 1. So from here we are getting sine 2 theta value is equals to 2. But we know that the sine theta value, whatever may be the angle, sine theta value is always between minus 1 and plus 2, plus 1, minus 1 and plus 1. So this is impossible. Therefore, sine 2 theta is equals to 2 is not possible. Is not possible. So, because this equation is not possible, if tan theta, sine theta plus cot theta, tan theta plus cot theta value is 1. So, from there we are getting sine 2 theta value is 2, which is impossible because sine of any angle lies between minus 1 and plus 1. So, the this equation do not have any real solution. So the given equation, tan theta plus cot theta value is 1. So therefore, tan theta plus cot theta value is equals to 1 has no real solution. Okay, that means there is no such value of angle theta which will satisfy this equation. Okay, so it is proved. Okay, so I hope you must have understood the all the solutions which I have done. Okay, I hope you must have understood. Okay, have a very nice day. So we are at the class. Okay, I hope you must have all understood nicely. Okay, have a very nice day. Bye.